Jadeveon Clowney, that's a guy that the Browns got on basically a one-year deal. What's his role going to be like with the Browns, do you think?
Well, I think he will start off, as long as he's healthy, he'll start out as that number two edge. And he's really overqualified to be a number two edge. He's really somewhere sort of in between a one and a two. So the Browns don't just have a one and a two, they've got a one and a one and a half. And that's really great for them. Some teams would consider him to be their primary edge. So therefore, I think this was a really good signing, especially at the right price. You just have to frame it right. If you look at him in terms of, oh, he's a number one overall pick and he's a three-time Pro Bowler and he should have Hall of Fame aspirations. If you look at it like that, you might be disappointed. But if you look at it like the Browns got one of the best edge rushers on the market for $8 million with a chance for him to make two more in incentives, then I think that manages the expectations a little bit about what he's going to do. Now he will start over there opposite Miles. He can also move inside. Both of those two guys are interchangeable on what side they can play on. Both can rush from the inside. They can do so many creative things now with these linemen. And then when you factor in Tack McKinley, he'll rotate in there and also play in sub packages. And then Malik Jackson can play inside and rush from the outside too. So it'll be a lot of moving parts, and it'll be like, where's Waldo?
The other thing is again, you're seeing how much Andrew Berry and the Browns value versatility, because as you mentioned, you can move him all over the place, and yeah, have fun trying to figure out how to block those two when you put them next to each other, put them apart from each other. Is that what you think the Browns are looking at? Just it gives them so much versatility.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to block all of those guys. I mean, if there are times when you have Jadeveon, Miles, Malik, and Tack on the field at the same time, I mean that's going to be something else to try to block up front. And generally they mostly rush with their front four. So yeah, and then you can do so many other different things with the sub packages in terms of which guys you're going to keep on the field, what side you're going to put them on. So you can find your favorable one-on-one matchups. I mean, how many times last season did we see Miles move in to take advantage of a lesser guard that wasn't going to be able to handle him? These are kinds of things now that they can do on every single play, because you have a number of guys that can move over a player that isn't going to be up for the challenge and win your matchup. And I think you're going to see that a lot.
The other thing that kind of goes overlooked by some people with Clowney, he's really good against the run, and he's still athletic enough to run, to chase down guys like Lamar Jackson, for lack of a better example, just because that's somebody that he's going to see a couple of times a year in this division.
Oh, absolutely. He's really, really good at setting the edge. He is an elite level run defender, and therefore he will be able to help contain the running quarterbacks as well as the running backs, and anything else that you do coming out of the backfield, reverses or whatever. He's really good at that. So he was in the 95th percentile in every single year of his career leading up to now. So he brings a different element. So when you have a Tack and a Jadeveon, you've got one that sort of focuses more on rushing the passer in Tack. You've got another one who is an elite edge defender in Jadeveon. So I think they make a great 1-2 punch.